never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Dynamite live reaction. Thanksgiving Eve edition of AEW Dynamite. It'll be a very good night. I'll be joined by Lane, I believe. He'll be on here in a few moments, 2 minutes early. As Mark said, we want to try to get on here a little early sometimes to chat with you guys and stuff. But tonight should be a very good show. Tonight starts the Continental Classic Tournament, I believe is what it's called. There's 12 people in it. There's a gold group and there's a blue group, I believe. They announced today on their YouTube special or across some social media that we already knew Bryan Danielson was a part of it. We got Andrade, we got Roosh is going to be in it. We got who else? I believe Mark Briscoe is going to be in it. And then they announced everyone today. Brody King is going to be in it. Garcia, Moxley, Claudio, everyone's going to be in it. Tonight starts the tournament. I'm not really sure how. I don't know if there's eliminations or not. They didn't have a bracket, so I don't know how they're doing this tournament, but we shall see tonight.
I really hope they announce a bracket for sure.
It's a round robin tournament. I don't know really how that works.
Well, normally in a round robin, it depends on how they do it. Because I've seen where, basically whoever they get split into two different brackets, you're spotting on how or how you get on the card. So I don't know. That's why I'm a little confused on it myself. So I don't. Like I said, I've been trying to figure that out all day, and I don't know, Connor. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I do know. They explained the rules a little bit today on that special, and they there's no managers are allowed. So Andrade, his manager is now CJ Perry. She will be eligible to be ringside. No one can have a manager. No one can have. They can still cheat technically, but they can't have anyone.
But there's no outside help. Is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's possible to sneak in there, but that'll be kind of hard to do. But it's not going to be really good. We also got I was going to say, when you win a match, you get 3 points, and if it's a draw, you get 1 point. So there's points. And the finals will take place World's End.
So it's more like a league, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because they got the blue group and they got the golden group. Danielson's part of the gold group, and I don't know. They'll probably show it again. Which wrestlers are on which. It's weird that all three members of the Apple Contact was in the tournament. So Moxley, Anderson, and Claudio. So that should be interesting to see if they.
We gotta have a match where one of them hit. It's a very New Japan's type. Tournament. I guess that's why I'm curious to see how it's going to be.
It's kind of like the
G1. Do it a few times. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like their own version of the G1 Classic, I believe. Since Danielson really can't. Yeah, here we go. Tournament time limit, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Everyone is banded. And so. I hope they have this kind of game mode in the AEW Fight Forever. It would be kind of cool to have tournament. Oh, here we go. Gold group or gold league. It's kind of like bingo.
Very, very good bracket. So good tournament.
Yeah, this is the match. Roosh and Jay White. That's the one I'm most looking forward to. That's never happened before, or at least to my knowledge.
Maybe on the independent scene, but have this on on a huge night like this, and then Moxley versus Briscoe, this is why I've been buzzing about Dynamite all day.
Swerve and Jay Lethal. Oh, starting off with that match.
Yeah.
This is our first video post Full Gear. Swerve was walking out of Full Gear, a lot of momentum. He's beaten Hangman twice, and that could technically be the best death match in AEW history, or maybe of this decade. Uh, there was it was pretty grueling to watch if you've seen it. I've never seen blood gush out of someone like that. Swerve is going. He's going into this with a lot of momentum, so it should be curious to see what he does in this tournament.
So no Nana dance tonight.
He got put through that table, so probably in the hospital.
You know, right?
That was really funny.
Connor. That death match. I watched a lot of clips from it, and you'll hear more tomorrow, and with Adam and Mark and I talking about the pay-per-view, because we actually did a pretty good chunk of our show tomorrow on it. And man, I give them a lot of crap. Not crap. I give them a lot of credit. Sorry.
Credit.
I have crap. It's been a long day, guys. I am sorry,
Yeah.
but I give them a lot of credit for putting on a match like this. Because a totally good story, and I'm right there with you, Connor. I think it's one of the best death matches we've seen in history. At least modern history, at least AEW history. I would say it's.
Yeah, I feel a lot of matches in AEW, but that one's really I think in 5 years from now, or going into the next decade, that's going to be a match that everyone points out.
Mm-hmm.
And these dudes never against each other. Swerve and Jay Lethal.
Never.
They never really crossed paths because Jay Lethal's always been in Ring of Honor. Well, he started out in TNA, then Ring of Honor, and Swerve. I don't know where he was.
It was a lucha.
He's in Lucha Underground. Then he went to NXT. And then he went to.
Not here.
I think he went to the main roster a little bit.
Was he on the main roster at all?
I think he was. Now you think about that. I think he was mainly on NXT. Yeah, I think he was only. If he was on the main roster, it was for a Survivor Series type thing, maybe. But they didn't really. He was in the Hit Row. that was a
Which was interesting because Hit Row was, I think, at one time one of the most popular things in the NXT brand once Adam Cole left.
Yeah.
Is that before Adam Cole left? I might get my times mixed up. I'm sorry, folks. But a lot of people liked Hit Row. But I think a lot of it was due to Swerve.
Yeah, I remember when Triple H got back in charge, they tried to breach contract and get him back. But that didn't. I feel like with his run, he's going to get an extension pretty soon. He's going to get a big pay renewal.
Oh, dude. Right now, I would probably push Swerve to be where Orange Cassidy's at.
Yeah, I was saying that in our group chat. That Swerve will be a really good international champion.
Yeah, I think he could go to. I think it'd be fun to see him in New Japan. I think it'd be fun to see him go to GCW to defend the title.
We've got 9 people in here. Thanks for watching. Who are you going for in this Continental Classic tournament? Who do you got? Who do you want to see walk out as the champion or the winner of it? And it is a little confusing to me as well. If you win, you're a Triple Crown champion. But they got 3 tables. Got 3 championships on the table that they show. Got the Ring of Honor Championship, New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Championship, and they have what's covered up in the middle as maybe the AEW Continental Championship. It's covered up. No one can see. They showed it on that YouTube special or whatever you call it. But it was they had the championship thing around it, so you couldn't see what the title looked like. So
yeah,
whoever wins, I guess they're technically unifying them. They're not unifying them. I don't want to unify as one belt, but I don't know. Maybe they walk out with 3 championships.
Which a new belt collector.
I feel like that's better than unifying. Like you're walking up with all these belts, and that means that you really mean something when you carry a lot of these belts. I remember when who was it? Was it Matt Cardona who did that? Or
Matt Cardona is still doing that, bro. His first run, when he even won the NWA World Champion, the big 10 pounds of gold that every independent wrestler right now is striving to get still. And then when he got hurt, of course, he had to relinquish a lot of his titles. But promoters are still giving him their championships. He's still technically a belt collector. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy to think that one of WWE's biggest, I would say that probably of all the wrestlers, he's probably one of the ones that they flopped the hardest on. But I think it comes down to. I really think it came down to politics with Trips. So
yeah,
like I
the
said,
main moment. He won the United States, and then he won the Internet for just one day. It's kind of stupid.
And the thing is, though, Matt's not – well, as a fan, yeah, you're mad about it. And he got more heat towards The Miz. But Matt at least has a good idea. So, hey, at least I was memorable, and people remember me losing it and have that emotional tie to me for that. Unlike having, a run, where you basically were champion, yes, but you don't remember basically any of your runs. So I could see – I guess it was like for story wise, it made sense. He had his WrestleMania moment. Because if you look at his tag titles, right? His tag titles were kind of that run with Kurt, Brian Myers. No, this is after. No, this is right after the Edgeheads. They've had 2 terrible title runs.
Oh,
the second one was when they beat the Revival FTR. Great match, but then they got then it was pointless because then you had them kept losing, had no credibility to their belt, and then drop it to the Viking Warriors. Like then why the heck did you put them on them?
That's WWE. Well, this man for you.
Even Trips does stuff like that. Like Trips is not all the way 100% better than Vince.
That's hard to say, Michael.
I'm sorry, folks. I just got home. I'm hungry.
I'll go with Slogan Hangman. The main event was good, but the one that really stands out is Slogan Hangman.
So
Jacob Gordon. I remember him saying for promoters to not book him because he has too many titles.
Yep, he mentions that a lot on his podcast. It's crazy how a podcast about wrestling figures on how much behind the scenes wrestling stuff you get in a good way. So, thank you, Gordon, for commenting. I'm glad there's another somebody that has a good insight with Cardona's career.
I think the devil was there at the pay-per-view, but he was there, but just not with the mask.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I'm still leaning towards Adam Cole.
There's no way he's not there. Like the devil was there, he was present at Full Gear, and we all seen him.
Yeah.
Well, it could be. I know. Who was it? Who was saying it? Maybe it was Mr. Jacobs or Mark. I was saying that they're saying it's Roderick Strong and the mask and he's fooling everyone. I don't know. It could be. I'm leaning towards Adam Cole now.
I think we're gonna have a big faction coming up because right now you have the Young Bucks that are taking time off TV, right? Which love or hate them, good. I'm glad they're getting rest, but I think something big's gonna happen. I think a new faction's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be the Bucks, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, brand new version of the Elite, the Undisputed Elite, or are we gonna get something with Cole, the Kingdom, Kyle? I don't know. Like it's gonna be fun to see, Connor. Do you think we're gonna get a new faction with the Devil figure, or do you think it's gonna be the person that dethrones MJF?
I think the person I'm still going with Adam Cole. Revolution 2020. Well, it depends on his injury because it still seems like he's injured, but we don't really know if he is injured because I feel like when he does turn on him, he's going to be faking it, but he wasn't faking it, but he was faking it in storyline, but in reality, he was injured.
Well, my question is, but could he be that good? Because Adam Cole's a good seller, right?
Yeah,
could he be legit? Like I know, wrestling, take everything with a grain of salt.
But I think
could it be a work? Could it be a work?
I think it's going to be a work on top of an actual injury, like him faking his injury, but he was actually injured. But when he comes back, he faked it. Sure. But I think I wish they would keep the name Undisputed Elite, but I think we're gonna get the Undisputed Kingdom with Adam Cole, Kingdom, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly.
Could you imagine a blood and guts match with the Golden Bullet Club?
Golden, well, that would be kind of cool.
Or the actual Elite, and have a. I don't know, man. It's there's a lot of fun possibilities that I think AEW is doing right now. I feel like the Devil character is going to be. It's got to be a huge payoff because if they use Jack Perry, like we talked before,
it wouldn't make
not many fans are going to want that. They would definitely turn the TVs off. Not being mean against all the CM Punk fans out there, but that would just burn the relationship even more.
It wouldn't make sense to put Cole in, like story wise. It would make sense because Jack Perry has nothing to do with.
All he has is the heat. That's the only reason why I can see him being it. Is the heat. Because think about it, he's one of the pillars. Could easily do a fun show with MJF. How are in the new Sky Blue hometown Chicago? Oh, nice. How's it going, Chris? You having fun there?
Yeah, he was very nice.
Thanks, Mr. Jacobs.
Kyle, that's another person that could be Kyle O'Reilly. I haven't seen him in a while.
The house always wins. New champ, yep. Julia Hart, TBS champion. That was crazy. Sorry, Connor. Before we move on to the next comment, I want to ask you about this, and same thing goes for the chat. So we had two titles take place, both of them for the women's division, both probably the biggest characters in the AEW women's locker room. What was your thoughts on was it the right time for both belts to be, to get off the current, the past champions like Statlander and Shida? Do you think it's a fresh start for Tony and then for Hart, or do you think Shida should have held on to it? What's your thoughts going into this?
I'm glad Tony went back. Because now hopefully she gets the title that she deserves and that she's worked hard for. I know she can have a great run with it. She really created a whole new wrestler. Like Tony Storm and Timeless Function was two different people kind of. Like she's created a whole alternate, like kind of like Matt Hardy and Broken Hardy, two different characters. I'm glad they made the move for Tony Storm being champion again. Chris Statlander, I was actually predicting Athena would be the one to beat her, but it's not a bad move putting it on Julia Hart, someone fresh, someone new. She's the youngest AEW World Champion of all time. Like no one can say that. Like that's gonna be hard to top because you have to be below 22 to break that record.
Because she's what 22, 23?
She's 22. She's an AEW champion. She's still in college, so she gets to go with the college with the belt. That's probably kind of cool if anyone knew who she was. But I thought it was the right move to move it on Chris Statlander. I think one day, I'd say 2024, Chris Statlander will be going for the women's championship. Because she had a really good run as TBS champion, a lot of good matches with Jade. And no, I don't really say that much, but her matches with Jade was, well, the one, won't count Double or Nothing because that was kind of a little squash match. But the one that was on Rampage, that was a really good match. That was Jade's last match in AEW. Then her match with Britt Baker was good. And yeah, I thought both those were good moves.
I just think it's funny, right? All the hypocrites with Jade Cargill, how they love her now that she's under the WWE umbrella, but you guys were talking smack. And really, there's not been much change with her new with her new company.
It's just the same. It's basically that Triple H is Mark Sterling for her. He's the new Mark Sterling that he's walking around with her.
Mark Sterling was better though.
Like they haven't used her. Well, she was on like all the shows, but now she's kind of disappeared.
But it's like one of those things that like I'm not mad at her for leaving to WWE. It fits her character and what she wants to contribute to wrestling. So, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what happens for sure. Mr. Jacobs says the New Kingdom. That'd be a cool name. I'm digging that. Tonight, Mr. Jacobs, if I'm enjoying a burrito from Fuzzy's, I am enjoying a nice barbacoa burrito. So Yeah. Had to eat and go. I'm sorry, y'all. It might be. I know it's not as professional with eating on a podcast, but yeah, I'm a little hungry. It's been a busy week. Mr. Jacobs also says he thinks it's a good thing that Hart and Storm are great talents, and he's not mad at the title changes. I think both characters are just too hot right now. You had to do something with them, because if something would happen where, especially if Tony Storm would have lost, like I said, you'd probably have a dead world champion, or even worse, that all that momentum that she'd have had at all would just be very flat or negative. Michael, another one of my favorite commenters. Ooh, you are sparking some heat tonight, my buddy. He says, Lane, how about knowing Elite and focus on the talent they got, like Sean Spears, Archer, Kip, and the guys that don't get used backstage? Well, you sound like a CM Punk Mark. No, for me, I'm one of the ones that's kind of neutral with everything. I know you notice that a lot on the podcast, because I'm neither for or against the CM Punk stuff, because I know he's a draw. I personally, I need stuff with the Elite. They're my faction. Like, I loved them in New Japan. I loved them with their heel run here on AEW. So I think time away, and then to see what they do when they come back. But I don't disagree with you. I do think they need to use Kip Sabian and Lance Archer. Those guys are great. It's just one of those things that the hard part about wrestling, no matter what company you are, you're gonna have talent that don't get used. And it sucks. It sucks. Like I said, we could do a whole podcast on talent that haven't gotten used the right way for pretty much throughout wrestling history. We talk tomorrow, Michael. If you're, we talk a lot on Owen Hart tomorrow as well on the podcast. There was a really special moment with Adam, Michael, that I'm recommending for you, but I think Owen Hart could have been pushed a lot better. You hear all the time with me with Matt Cardona / Zack Ryder. I was very for that. Same thing goes for Jeff Hardy. I think Jeff Hardy could have had a better title reign. It wasn't for the 420. I think RBD could have had a good title reign. There's a lot of talent that I think deserves the belt. There's a lot of title reigns that for both companies we could literally discuss it for hours, and Connor and I probably have. So you're good. Like I said, it's all in good fun, Michael. I'm not picking on you. I'm very easy to please, I guess you could say. It's when it comes to like wrestling, I just enjoy it in people, but people just don't like the Elite because what happened with CM Punk, or they think they're over spot monkeys. So I get that, Sad part is CM Punk's a mover, and I'll tell Connor this. I'll get his thoughts when he comes back. For those guys watching on YouTube Live, and then for those guys listening on Spotify, but if CM Punk shows up in WWE, how catastrophic is he going to be? So, Connor, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think it's going to be catastrophic if CM Punk does show up in WWE, or do you think it's going to be?
It'd be a lot worse than Cody, because Cody doesn't have the guts to say some stuff. Like Punk has the guts to say anything. I don't have the guts to say what Punk does. Like imagine going to your boss, and I don't have the guts to do that. Punk's got a lot of guts. That's something I admire. To speak up, not just to in a rude way, but just stand up for yourself and let him walk over you. But
I just want to be over with. I'm just ready for him. If he's going to debut at Survivor Series or go to WWE, I'm just ready to rip it off like a Band-Aid at this point.
I don't know what he's doing. I think he's just. I think I could see him back up in AEW, because, like, the fan in Tony, he's not going to let him finish his career like that.
But the thing is, and this is just me playing the devil's advocate here, right? But what did he do to Tony to where he thought his life was threatened? People forget that too. You know what I mean? They always side with CM Punk because he's a leader of the cult personality, but we don't know the full details until the next Dark Side of the Ring season comes out.
Which I'll say that I don't feel like Tony's been in a fight in his life, so he probably would have. He probably never been punched in the face. Had to deal with it. So a little fight like that probably would have scared him.
Yeah.
Because like I probably would have been scared too. But there's a lot of stuff leading into that I feel like that wasn't involved with the Jack Perry stuff. There were a lot of other things that.
I'm just to the point. I'm just freaking sick of CM Punk stuff on Twitter. Like, I don't care anymore at this point. I care about Phil Brooks and CM Punk. I care about the talent, the wrestling that he has provided us over the years, right? But I get so sick of everything around wrestling right now being about him. Okay. I hope that if he comes back to AEW, comes back to WWE, great. But I'm just sick. Connor, I'm sorry, I love you, brother, but I am sick of CM Punk stuff on Twitter. Oh, sorry, X. What's up?
Punk can get people to talk, and he's not even doing anything really. He hasn't said or done anything. And
well, that's the thing. He is this. You think about it, he is this era's Hogan. He is on that level of people will talk about him probably long past when he's gone.
That's what legends do.
No.
Michael, yeah, that's a possibility.
You love pushing buttons, don't you? You love pushing buttons. Michael says, put CM Punk back in and send the Elite to Impact. You know what? No. Because without the Elite, we would not have AEW.
No,
I will stand by that. Because before all the CM Punk fucking bullshit, we would have, like I said, the Elite were not as hated. They were liked by a lot of fans. Okay? They were still having good matches on TV. But because you get in a fight with everybody's favorite darling, you have people turning their backs on them. So, Connor, what's your thoughts? Do you think we would have AEW still, just not the All Elite Wrestling?
I mean, you could have still had it, but the Elite wouldn't have been able to get them on TV. They would never had a video game. Sting would have never came back. Like a lot of the stuff wouldn't have happened without Tony Khan. Like you could still have AEW and the Elite run it, but you wouldn't have they wouldn't be on TV. They wouldn't have Chris Jericho. Like a lot of things would not have happened without Tony Khan, because I believe he even said it that even without the Elite, he was still going to start his own promotion up. It was going to be called World's Best Wrestling. He had already had this mapped it out. So it was going to happen with or without him. So I think it had still been the same without the Elite, because the Elite wouldn't have been able to make such a big impact as getting on TV, getting on.
Yeah, you know what? Me and you don't have Tony Khan's daddy's money. Okay, the thing is, the guy's still a genius and still is passionate about this fucking sport. Okay,
well, I didn't say he wasn't. I'm just saying that if it wasn't for him.
No, you have of course you have people like Cody, Jericho, the Bucks. You also have that core that helped say, hey, we can do this. Because look at this small little independent show that they did right when they were under the Bullet Club moniker. They were able to sell out because of independent style. It's still, like I said, it's still great wrestling. But Michael,
they could have done that.
But yeah.
They could have done it without Tony, but it just would have been Impact.
But if you think about it, every big promotion, even Vince took it over from his dad. And like I said, his dad got to where Vince could easily come in. Most of your big promotions still have a big financial backer. But look at Bischoff. He was literally trying to buy WCW and be the backer before Vince did. You know what?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that we get triggered easily, Gordon. So does WWE fans. It's wrestling, bro. Wrestling fans. Because they change their mind like people change their underwear. There's no such thing as wrestling fans as much anymore. There's fucking wrestling marks. And I'm sorry for venting, but it's just I can take criticism for AEW. Okay? I did it for years with WWE when I was a fan for WWE. AEW, I can take fair criticism, right? But there's also time that people just jump on the Jim Cornette bandwagon. Okay, so the Devil Mask. Okay. So real quick before we're getting closer.
It's not Samoa Joe. He's not the devil. He's person that mask is not as big as Samoa Joe, which that'd be a curveball if it was him.
So no, I'm to the point like I'm getting so burnt out with Twitter. It's not even fun anymore. So love you, Gordon. Take care, bro. Hope you have a good night. Hope you're enjoying the show. And I hope I'm not sounding as much of a wrestling mark, and I hope I don't come off as triggered. But I'm just tired. I'm tired. I enjoy AEW week in, week out. But it feels like we just can't discuss positive things about AEW. It's always the negative or the criticisms. Criticism's fine. But if it's stupid things, like I think people just need to stop sucking on CM Punk's dick. That's really kind of what it comes down to. Like I said, I love the guy, respect him for what he says, but it's just I'm sorry. I'm just tired of it, Connor. This ain't a good show. I'm sorry, bro.
There's a lot of wrestling on Twitter that some fans can't. I mean, CM Punk hasn't even did anything. He's home. People still talk about it. He hasn't done anything.
Like I said, people will talk about him when he's long gone.
And that's what legends do.
He's a legend, but he's not 100% innocent either.
He hasn't done anything right. He's not doing anything.
I'm preaching it tonight, Mr. Jacobs. I'm preaching it tonight. I am getting off my soapbox now. Let's enjoy this show.
You should maybe take a couple steps back because your breath smells like a skunk.
Oh.
And secondly, I thought long and hard about our deal.
I'm just glad we have MJF still. I'm really glad we have MJF.
My response to your rematch request is as follows.
So I'm just curious for all the classic wrestling fans, right? When The Rock left and had the stuff going on with him, did people chant Rocky or Rock, or was it, or has it only been CM Punk?
When Rock went to Hollywood in 2004, yeah, there's a lot of people chanting. He didn't come up for a while.
That's what I'm curious about because every stadium you hear CM Punk chants. I'm curious if you heard it with Rock because I can't remember. I came in after Rock was known more for an actor than a wrestler. That's kind of bad, isn't that, Connor? Is that sad to say that?
What?
Didn't get to enjoy Rocky during his time when he was The Rock.
I didn't really live through The Rock's stuff, but I did see his comeback when he came back in was 2010 or 11. He came back.
Wasn't it the once? No, was that before? That was way before the Once in a Lifetime, right?
Yeah, it was
that was before. Yeah, right. True, they chanted Rock. Yes. Okay, so Mr. Jacobs did kind of back up. They were chanting Rocky even if he wasn't there. So, yeah, I guess you could say CM Punk is on the same level as The Rock. So.
You know what, Joe?
But nobody quit wrestling. I think people did quit, but nobody quit in mass drones. So this is just a theoretical question for you, Connor, because you're more deep into AEW politics than me. Do you think, looking at it now, right? Do you think this is because I want your opinion. I'll get on my soapbox and give my little idea. But do you think people should have left in drones like they did when Punk left, or do you think they should have still backed with the company? Because how many wrestlers left in WWE that we loved, or bigger names like the Hogans, the Rocks, the Angle, like how many of those still kept watching wrestling? Do you think people should have left because of CM Punk, or do you think they should have respected the time that he had there and then just wait to see what he does next?
Like fans not view or
like because we lost 200,000 viewership when CM Punk got fined and then got fired.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on that? Do you think people should have left like they did, or do you think they should just respect what he does next and just keep watching?
I mean, wherever he goes, a lot of people's gonna, there's a lot of people that There's this one girl. I know her. She's at Tonight Show.
Oh, Danny?
And she watches AEW regularly. She doesn't watch WWE, but if Punk goes to WWE, she's gonna watch wherever he does. And the way they fired him was kind of in his hometown, in front of his hometown crowd. So that's something that Tony's gonna have to live with. Did he make the right decision, in the long term? I mean, yeah, there is some good wrestlers still in AEW. You got MJF, you got some others, but when Punk debuted, a lot of fans just they didn't know what AEW was. They never heard of AEW.
The thing is, even before Punk, we were still getting 1,400 in the viewership. We were still getting decent numbers.
Yeah,
it wasn't more just because people wanted the war.
But there was a lot of people that that stopped watching wrestling, and a lot of people who were just CM Punk fans that watched AEW. They only watched because of him. So they.
Yeah, he jumped up the viewership, but we still had viewers before Punk. That's what's.
Not just ratings wise, but just the buzz around AEW, just like the ticket sales, the pay-per-view buys,
Punk, what was it? 2 years in? Let's see, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to remember because when did we go back to live crowds?
2021. It was.
Because we went a year during the pandemic, and we had a good attendance there, right? Crowds come back. Cody leaves. We still had 1,300 about almost 1,300, 12, 13 or sorry, 1,300. 1.2 to 1.3 mil, right? CM Punk came in. We had the spike of 1.8 million for Rampage. Then Dynamite was 1.7 mil again.
Weekly or I know
we're on the average. I know you have the whole chart week by week, but. Or what used to.
Main event with World's End, MJF and Joe. So when 2021, they were basically they got 1 million viewers. When they first did 2019, they got 1 million 3 weeks in. And they got it one time during the pandemic, when they were at Daly's Place. They got it one time, 1.016 million.
Because they were because they were doing pretty good during the pandemic. They were still getting.
But they did get 1 million viewers when they came back. I believe it was. It was during the Jericho and MJF.
It was the Labors of Jericho.
I believe it was around there. They got it was around the same time Punk came in. But he debuted on that Rampage.
Yeah, it was.
I know he wasn't in. I still keep up with all the charts.
I know he wasn't in Houston, or was it Houston or San Antonio? I think it was San Antonio or Houston, because it was one of those shows. Because me and my fiance drove down for the last match with Jericho. Yeah, because it was after the Labors of Jericho, because you have the Nick Gage stuff.
I know he went against Juventud Guerrero. He went against
Juventud.
Was a Big Bill one of them?
Nick Gage was great. Oh, man. That was an interesting time. It was weird. Think about it. We had Nick Gage on TV for one appearance. We also had Chavo.
Yeah, he came in, yeah.
Chavo for a sip of tea. Kind of had those little one-off appearances. And then, because I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just delusional. Maybe I'm just the old man screaming at the clouds at this point. Maybe I'm wrong, and Jim Cornette's right.
They got 0.60 million during the pandemic, but when they went back to TV, actual crowds, they were getting about 700, 900,000. It varied, but
no fucking way. We were getting millions before.
This one right here though. So 79, they did terrible, 688. But the very next week, they scored their biggest rating since the debut, 1.219 million. I don't know if that was the one where Punk came in, or I don't know.
It's got to be around there, because think about it, when the dirt sheets leaked that CM Punk was coming in. All leaked.
And they got 1.4.
That's when everybody started watching again. And of course, when he came in Chicago, of course.
You need to start marking some of these because some of these when they have like Tuesday night Dynamite and Thursday night Dynamite and Saturday night Dynamite. I don't really count those, but when they got 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks in a row with millions. Then they had 2 records. They got a million 6 weeks in a row, twice.
But let's go back to the question because Mr. Jacobs, his thoughts on that is, as I was just like CM Punk, he's not the end all be all. What's your stance on that? I know you're still watching AEW, of course, but do you think that people should have left like they did? Do you think how close were you leaving when CM Punk got fired?
I mean, it's hard to not watch AEW because I watched it before Punk, but he was the wrestler that I just died to watch because we didn't know what they were going to do, didn't know what he was going to say. Like, it was so exciting, like week to week. I'm probably gonna. I don't think I'll start watching AEW. Like, something drastic would have to happen. Like, they have to. Like
Goldberg winning the AEW World Championship.
Who?
Goldberg winning the World Championship.
Yeah, that'd probably do it for a lot of people. But I think Tony's got some type of.
Brenda, we'll sit on our socials. We'll do the poll tonight and see because. Yeah, I probably need to get off my soapbox and stop complaining that way, so we get people to keep listening to the show, not think that I'm just an AEW.
Last times in wrestling, if you lose fans, it's hard to get them back. Really hard. Take WCW, for example. They were doing really good in their last few days. Like the last show was really, really good, but it was too late.
Because it was what? Because if you go back and listen to our WCW show, that was awesome.
Good show. It is possible to gain those fans back. It's really going to depend on MJF. He's basically not really. He's kind of like Punk, like on the mic, in the ring. He would be the person that carried the company now. He feels like that person.
I'm just trying to think, like, what could make me stop watching AEW? I think it would be a lot to give me. I'd have to take a break if Goldberg won the World Championship, right?
I think if he would come in, it would be something new with Sting, like team up with Sting, and then he would. It had to be something with Wardlow, right? Like Wardlow and because you remember when Wardlow and MJF and they would chant like the same way they would chant Goldberg. So they would have to, but I don't think he's I don't know. He's kind of too old to wrestle right now. I don't know if
it would have to be like those small one-off appearances, like how you have with
Orange Cassidy's on a mic.
You have like with Flair and
I have a Thanksgiving.
Who else? There's like it has to be a one-off. It couldn't be. He's not like how Edge is. Like Edge is, at least able to finish off the career with Christian.
Danhausen's back.
Danhausen.
Is he back though?
Michael. I don't give a flying fuck if CM Punk's under the mask. Actually, I will love him being in a mask, but I'm not gonna think they're gonna tank. I don't think they're gonna tank because of him. Like I said, the thing is that fans have turned their back on AEW because of the cult. And you know what? I will say this live. You know what? If Punk comes back, I'll be happy. I'll cry. I'll be happy. But I don't think it should ruin AEW because of it. If I think it does, then it shows how you and others, Michael, need to get their heads out of their asses and figure out a way to enjoy AEW or wrestling in general again. Because I am tired of it. I'm tired of it. Brenda, she says, when do you think they'll reveal who's under the mask? Well, good fucking bye, Gordon. Good fucking bye. Don't need you. Go suck CM Punk's dick. I don't care anymore. I don't. I'm done. I'm done, Connor. I'm done with Punk.
You need to take a break, you can. And
I have taken breaks from Twitter and
Well, no, I'm like from here. Like I don't want to lose any.
No, like it's not that. It's like I'm still enjoying putting out good content. Michael, I do look at the numbers. Okay, I admit he is a ratings draw. Okay, but I'm not losing sleep over him. And
let's not talk about any more CM Punk because the more we talk, the more
it's always
people
just a freaking mess at this point. Like, no matter what, like I'm just so tired of it. Like we talked about in our group chat. I'm sorry, everyone.
Well, no one was talking about CM Punk on here. Like,
no, I guess it's just I'm being one of those triggered AEW fans. Apparently, I just can't enjoy talking about wrestling unless it's with us. Like, I'm just so sick of it because every time we get on a podcast, it's always, no matter what, even if like I said, I'll admit I brought it up too, and I should have got off the soapbox a long time ago on the show, but I'm just so.
Okay, so wonder what Tony's gonna say.
What's up?
Tony Storm. She's gonna be.
Oh,
we got the 3-way women's match. We're gonna mention that. Ruby, Tony, Ruby, Sky, and Anna. Ruby, Sky, Anna.
The hard part is I just keep everything bubbled up with it because I don't say anything on Twitter. I don't blow it off there. I don't blow it off on social media. And yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Do you have anybody you can get on, Connor? And I'll just hop off.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm just.
You're fine, man. I can take over. Yeah, you're fine.
And it's hard not like, and I'm not trying to like Mr. Jacobs. I'm not trying to let toxic fans get to me. It's just getting harder and harder to enjoy it, and it sucks because I love AEW with all my heart. I love wrestling. I'll even admit I love WWE. I don't want either company to go out of business. And I wish both companies would get 1.5 million every week or more. I really wish.
I mean, like, this is the comments. Like, sometimes I don't look at the comments.
I shouldn't have.
Just watch the show. So.
I don't know, man. Just, I'm going to hop off, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine, man.
Don't unsubscribe. Keep enjoying the show. I'm going to stop just doing watching hours for a while. I thought I could come on, do a good show, try to make good content, but I just let things get to me. I'm sorry. So it's hard, but Connor, do you have anybody you can get on to kind of fill in?
Okay. Yeah, it's fine, man. I can, yeah.
All right.
We're sorry about that. Yeah, don't. I don't know. Hopefully he's all right. It's not how we run things around here. I promise. We're not a toxic. We're not a toxic podcast. I promise you, we're not. But some people. Yeah, please don't unsubscribe, Gordon. We hope that you don't unsubscribe because we enjoy you all watching. Whether what I don't care what you like. If you like CM Punk, if you like the Elite, I don't care what you like. We're here to watch and enjoy wrestling. If you like CM Punk, that's fine. If you like the Elite, that's fine. I mean, we've never, and Mr. Jacobs in the comments can testify this, like, we've never dictated, like, if you're an Elite fan, you shouldn't watch. If you're a Punk fan, you shouldn't watch. Or, this is the All Elite Zone. This is the All Elite Zone. We talk about other wrestlings too, other wrestling companies, but this is an AEW, themed podcast, so we talk about a lot of different things. But yeah, I know some people brought up CM Punk in the comments, but we weren't talking about it on there. We just brought it up, and that was that. But it's all right. We're still gonna be here for the show tonight. That's been a really good show. I go back and watch that the segment with Joe and Wardlow, because it looks like we're getting not Joe and Wardlow, MJF and Joe and Apple. We're getting MJF and Joe at World's End for the World Championship. It's probably gonna be the main event. very good. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. Their second match against each other, it should be really good. Yeah, it should be really good. But even watching that, explain how that went. Did like Adam Cole, uh, did Adam Cole make him like accept that? Because if so, I feel like Adam Cole's going to cost MJF. If he's the one under that mask, he might end up costing MJF. Like trying to get him to wrestle in these matches while he's injured, or he could be trying to get him to wrestle so much and get him injured and stuff. So when he's cleared, if he really is injured and when he gets cleared, he can beat MJF just like that because he's weakening him down with all these people he's going against. Yeah, we got Jake Hager back in action tonight. We haven't seen him in a while since he left the JAS, or that whole thing kind of disbanded. Who we got? Hook, Shibata, and Orange Cassidy versus 2.0 and Hager. Oh, Danhausen. Yeah, making Danhausen back. That was kind of funny that they had the Titantron, then he didn't come out, then he did it again, then he came out. What is he wearing? Oh, he's got Jake Kicker's hat. We haven't seen that hat in a while. No. Shibata. I believe Shibata's been on Dynamite before. Has he? I believe he has. He's been on Dynamite before, I believe. Oh, double submission in the mat. Leslie Danhausen back. Hopefully he wrestles a little bit more. Yeah, I'm glad to have Danhausen back too. It's been a while since he's been on there. But it's good to have Danhausen on there. It's going pretty good. Yeah, it's going all right, I guess. A lot of stuff happening tonight. It looks like. Yeah. So. Triple champion. Yep. I'm Cole. Let's see what he's got to say.
Tonight, but on behalf of everybody at AEW, I just want to wish you a very speedy recovery, and we can't wait to see you back in the ring.
Thank you, Renee. I can't wait to get started with physical therapy. So more importantly, I can get back to what I love to do. And I'm so proud of Max for sticking to his word, accepting this matchup with Samoa Joe, and I know he's got this.
They're going for extra. Now they're in person, so we can't hang up on him. So let's see how this goes.
So glad I caught you before you left. Dude, I saw you were there on Saturday. I'm sorry I missed you. Dude, Friday, what was up? Where were you? Action on you, dropped me right on the head. You tried.
Hey, shut up! Just shut up! When are you going to get through your thick skull that I'm not your best friend anymore? So I need you to do me a favor, back off, and leave me the hell alone.
Damn. Well, you let that be known that they're not best friends anymore. I think it's a swerve, though. They're really playing this off that they're definitely going to be together at some point. Like, they're going to be together. They're going to be a group or something. Like, they're really trying to throw people off. Yeah, that's been pretty good. So what matches have we had so far? We had Swerve and Jay Lethal. From what I was saying, that was a really good match. Didn't really get to hear much of the Samoa Joe and MJF stuff. Got some stuff going on here, but I'm pretty sure it was a good segment. I heard some bits and pieces of it. I did see what that's going to be the main event for World's End. That's going to be pretty good. I might be going to that show too. So that should be a good main event. Yeah, we got that 6-man. That's the only 2 matches we've had so far, and we had that one segment. And yeah, I think that's out so far. We had 3-way women's. We have Mark Briscoe and Moxley tonight. We have Jay White and Rouge. We got Christian Cage's stuff coming up next. I think that's what it just is. Yeah, we apologize for earlier. Yeah, we have some people from the Alley Zone actually at Dynamite tonight. You guys watched our full preview. Our 3rd woman ever a part of the Alley Zone. Danny, she was a part. She's there tonight. I think she lives in the Chicago area. She's there tonight. So I haven't seen her tonight. I know she had a sign made. Yeah, it should be good to see her on. Or out there, I guess. Not on here. If you guys have seen her, you know where she is. You can spot her out this year. While it's on, it's mad. Could he be? I think they're setting that up. Adam Cole's wanting everyone to believe that they're not friends. They have no. Like they're not together, not friends, and then they are friends, and they're the people under the mask. That's how it's going to go. What happened to Wardlow? Connor, since he gets tossed out, he said he was going to get MJF. I think MJF's going to retain. But as I said earlier, what could happen is Adam Cole he's trying to force him to go in all his matches. He's like encouraging him to go against Samoa Joe. Like, yeah, Wrestle Joe. Do you want to have him go against all these people? And it's weakening down MJF. Like the more he wrestles, all these big opponents, it's weakening him down. Like we've seen, he was selling that the walker that he had on, that he was carrying around. So when he finally turns on him, he's already weakened down. He can beat him for the title. It makes it easier job for him. What he could be doing, or it could cost MJF that match. And Adam Cole and Joe, your new champion. I don't think that's the way it's going to go. I think that's what he's doing. Adam Cole is getting MJF to go in all these matches, weaken his body down. So when he finally goes for that title, he's weakening him down a lot. And he doesn't have to do much. So got Christian Cage next. Is he supposed to baptize them tonight? I believe that's what someone said on Twitter, that he was supposed to baptize them. I could be wrong, but I think I saw someone say that. But that match at 4 was really good as well. The trios match was really good. It was Edge, Sting, and Darby versus Christian Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne. It was a really good match. And Ric Flair was there, and he actually got a little physical, which was a whole incident on its own.
Chicago, you know the drill when I'm conducting business.
Conducting business.
Now,
a Twitch comment. Thanks for. We don't get many Twitch comments. If we do, it's either spammers or stuff. Sometimes we do come across some decent Twitch followers. I have Jay White or Spurs winning a tournament. Yeah, Swerve though, Jay White would be really good too. Jay White winning wouldn't be a bad idea since he just lost against MJF. He needs to get some momentum going. Or Swerve, he has a lot of momentum going on right now. He's beat Darby this year. He's beaten Danielson twice. No, not Danielson. He beat Hangman twice. He has a lot of momentum. I like to see Danielson win. I like to see I don't think he's going to be a world champion in AEW just because of the length of his how long he's going to be in AEW. I don't know if he's going to be a part-time wrestler after next year or if he's done with wrestling altogether. He's always saying that he's going to be a part. He's done being a full-time wrestler. So does that mean he's still going to be with AEW? A part-time wrestler. But I think Danielson needs to win something big. Like when his run with AEW full time or when he retires or whatever he's doing, if when he's done, he should go in the record books of winning something big in AEW. Because you can't have someone like Brian Danielson not win at least something big. But whoever wins in this tournament, I'm not going to be disappointed in because there's a lot of good potential people in here. We got Rouge, Andrade, Brody King. We got who else? We got Moxley. I don't think Moxley's winning. We got Claudio. We got Daniel Garcia. I don't know if I said him or Marco. Vito. Got a lot of good people in this tournament. But I wouldn't mind. Don't know. Callum. Is that how you pronounce your name? Jay White or Swerve winning wouldn't be a bad idea. I think it's going to be good. AEW bringing. Yeah, Will Ospreay is officially all elite AEW. The big San Antonio was season was Will Ospreay. Apparently, he cannot start full time in AEW until February because he's signed to New Japan Pro Wrestling until February, but they allow him to go and take offers. So it's basically like a handshake deal. He's guaranteed to sign to AEW but right now he needs to finish up his New Japan stuff, and then in February he'll be all AEW, which he did say he would be on the road to Revolution. So that pretty much sums up that he'll be on Revolution and build up to that. Most player needed? No, he wasn't needed. It was kind of funny for what he did do. It was entertaining, but no, they don't need him in AEW. But I feel like he wants to be there for Sting's last moments in wrestling because they got in the same time together in WCW. And he wants to ride the wave of Sting in his last run. But but they signed him to a multi-year deal, so Ric Flair's going to be there long after Sting's gone. So, yeah, Ric Flair. It was like the little that he done was okay, but I do not want to see Ric Flair in a match in AEW. I'm sorry, but he's an amazing legend. He's done a lot to the wrestling business, many memorable moments over the years, a lot of classic moments. Legend. But I wouldn't mind seeing him do something with MJF and Jay Lethal, like recreate the moment, like in TNA with Flair and Lethal, or do MJF, a heel MJF going on the mic. What's happening here? So they're fixing to turn on him. What was I saying? Yeah, him doing a promo about with a heel MJF, that would be pretty. That'd be interesting to see, but I don't want to see him wrestle. Him managing Andrade would be good. Him doing stuff like that, but I don't want to see him wrestle. I'm really good with that. He had his last match. It was fine. Yeah, it should be interesting to see what your whole Ric Flair in AEW. Who is this? This is Nick Wayne's mom. I think she's gonna join them, and then she's gonna be Christian. Something's gonna happen with this. But isn't Christian married? Doesn't he have a wife? He has kids, so he probably. I don't know how that would work in the relationship doing that. We haven't seen her since she saw her son, Nick Wayne.
Sure, listen. Maybe you love Nick unconditionally like anyone other, sure. But guess what? Loving your child initially.
Shoot the next run or the shot. The next shot. Let's get the next title shot.
This kid is a prodigy.
I don't want to see Darby again. Christian Cage's already beaten Anderson, Darby, and Trent. I don't know who I can go against next.
And you know something else? It's a good thing that your husband is dead already.
Damn.
Because Nick would disown his father anyway.
This is this is MJF stuff, but on a different level. What Christian's doing. You got a lot of guts to talk about dead people like the way he does.
And Nick knows this as well. Was not near the man or the father that I am.
But MJF did that kind of stuff with Brian Pillman. Remember that the Grand Slam, the first Grand Slam, or second Grand Slam. Talk about Brian Pillman. To Brian Pillman Jr. in AEW. You gotta go to do something like that. And live national television for millions of people.
Go punch your cards. I think your shift is about to start at Denny's. Get the hell out of my ring
Go to Denny's.
right now.
Oh, what is the source doing? Oh, what are we supposed to do? Has he had enough of Christian? Maybe he could be your next challenger. TNT Championship. But an actual match.
I didn't start her. Get on your knees right now, Kill Switch.
Get on your knees now, Kill Switch.
Don't look at me with that stupid look on your face. Get back on your knees now.
He ain't moving, guys.
Oh, slapped him. I don't know if I've done that. I feel like they're just gonna hit her though. I feel like that's what he's doing, is setting them up.
Fans here in Chicago reminding that man who he is. I'll make you take that mask off and show the world why you wear that mask. I'll make you show your idiot's face right now. Back down.
Oh! That was kind of sloppy a little bit, but I don't know how to do that one. He just knocked on Mo down, pushed the source, and he just standing there. Nick Wayne is. Mo just got knocked down. He's just. I think which source is going to play on Christian, maybe. What is he going for? A table? You're going to put it through a table? Dude, that's. What is it? A chair. Or is he not going to end it? Or he could. He's going to hit Christian with it, isn't he? Who's going to hit who? No, he's going to chair.
Someone needs to stop this. We need security. We need, for God's sake, stop. Yeah, someone has to stop this now. Don't even shoot it. No. Yeah, don't shoot it. Exactly.
Just stand there.
Look at him standing.
I was going with the source to do it. Luchasaurus might end up hitting Christian with that. That'd be funny if he did. If he hits Christian, that might be the next challenge, Michael. That might be.
This cannot be allowed to happen. This is horrible. This has gone beyond anything we've ever witnessed here. Don't do this. Kill switch, whatever the hell you want. Don't do it.
Oh, it comes. Yeah. Holy Spirit, Nick Wayne. I watch it back. So Edge makes a save. So Luchasaurus is Luchasaurus pulls out. They haven't really made any kind of physical contact, Christian and Edge, so far in AEW. They had a few moments at Full Gear, I think, but never really got physical. He speared Nick Wayne again. Nick Wayne's the main one that gets speared. Like Edge spears someone, he's the main one that gets it. Yeah, Taylor. I haven't seen him do that move in a while. I think he's going to get in the point with it, like he was going to do with his mom. This is some attitude era stuff right here. Like, this is just the attitude era we've had. Like, ooh, right in front of his mom, which he kind of asked for that. So it's not entirely Edge's fault. If he wouldn't have done that, if he wouldn't have came out, they probably would have hit her with that chair. But yeah, it's looking like Luchasaurus is kind of leaning on his own ways. But when Jungle Boy comes back, he probably is going to come back. I like to see him and Luchasaurus back together. Be tag champions again, and maybe bring back Marco Stunt, be trios champions. Because at the time, the titles were created for teams like that, like Jurassic Express. That was the perfect team to come. Like when people talk about those titles, have been a perfect team to have had one. The Jurassic Express. But I don't think Marco Stunt does anymore. I think I don't know if he does any independent stuff or not. I don't feel like he does. There we go. What's next?
What is Danhausen doing with the hat? The hat?
Stop! This is about me. Focus on me. Renee, what were you going to ask me?
Anna, I just want to see how you're feeling ahead of your match tonight against Ruby Soho and Sky Blue.
You know what? I just want to wrestle. I am so tired of everything else. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of the infighting. I'm tired of you guys. I don't know if you actually are here to help me or to hurt me, but tonight, one thing is for sure, is I'm going to help myself.
I think Anna Jay should win tonight. You know, Sky Blue's picked up a lot of wins this year. Ruby Soho has picked up some big wins. Anna Jay hasn't had
It's family first. You got this.
many big wins. She's won a few matches here, but she hasn't had many big wins. Yeah, women's tag team division. Yeah, that would be really good. They need more tape. Like for them to do that, the women need more TV time. Like they did that. Like they need to give women at least, like I've been saying for a long time. Like each week on, like you have 3 weekly shows: Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. Each of one of those shows every week, one show has 2 women's matches. So 1 week Dynamite has 2 women's matches, and the next week you can switch it up and Collision gets 2 women's matches. Like each week, one of those shows gets 2 women's matches. Like it varies each week. So you could focus on a women's tag team division, which I remember it was 2022 when they had Tony Storm, and Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa. That would have been a good tag from Athena and Chris Statlander. You had Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Anna Jay and Ty Mello. You had who else could they? Ruby Soho was with someone, wasn't she? She was teaming up with someone around that time. Like, they had a lot of good teams, which would have been cool to. But they can still do that. You know, they can still do a AEW women's tag team division. You know, they got Jamie Hayter will be coming back at some point. Herbert Baker's still together, so that's one tag team. You got if they want to pair up Julia Hart and Sky Blue, or if they want to do Willow and Sky Blue, there's another tag team right there. Some women's tag teams right now. I know there's a few that I'm missing that they could pair together. They could do Anna Jay and Tymella, but right now, Tymella's pregnant right now, so that will not be happening anytime soon. Them teaming up, but I believe Mercedes Martinez and Diamante teams up in Ring of Honor, but they're both signed to AEW, so there's another tag team. Chris Statlander and Will Nightingale teams up some, so there's another tag team. Tony Storm and Mariah May these came to, you know, the tag team. Like there's possibilities in this for an AEW women's tag team division.
This is our second match in the classic, and what a beautiful
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I feel like they're going to do it eventually, but I don't know. They need to give Glenn more time. And Athena would be perfect for that. You know, that'd be a perfect slot for her. Her and Billy Stark. Billy Stark isn't fully all elite yet, but she will be. So that'd be another good tag team for them to win the title. Yeah, so Ric Flair's got this energy drink sponsored by AEW. I believe that was part of his AEW contract because that company is paying mostly all of his contract. How would I say it? They're paying all of his contract mostly. Like AEW's not paying a dime really. If they are, it's not a lot. That company is basically paying for his contract, so it's basically a win-win for Tony. If they are paying him, it's not much. That energy drink, the official drink of AEW, we're sponsoring AEW, and that's why they're able to advertise it tonight. Like you know how they advertise a video game like Sega, or they do movies sometimes, or they do. I thought advertise certain things, like on the ring apron or the mat. Or, I just saw Street Fighter, the Sega game that wasn't. They do a lot of that stuff. So now we got Roosh and Jay White. This match has never happened. We were talking about this earlier in the episode, but yep, season 2. Speaking of now, we haven't talked about it yet tonight. AEW Fight Forever season 2 is out now. Well, technically not all of it, but the third is out. Which they're now on season 2 of AEW Fight Forever. You have to rebuy it, unfortunately. The season pass only was just season 1. So if you want to get season 2, you can buy them individually, or you can just buy the season pass. And when they drop, you just get them automatically. You don't have to pay any extra. Like that's what I did. I bought the season 2 pass, so I get all of it. But today, the Acclaimed is now in AEW Fight Forever. You can play as the Acclaimed, and you also get the new AEW Dynamite arena, the current arena right now. Because when the game dropped, they were using the 2021-2022 arena. But now they're using the arena that you see on tonight. That's the arena that you get to play in and Fight Forever. They're fully available. But you get that. The Beat the Elite. I was trying to say, I was saying Road to Elite. That's a different thing. Beat the Elite is a new match. It's a new match type. Basically a gauntlet match, but you're going against 10 people. I guess you can pick the 10 people you go against, and you go against them back to back to back to back. And if you win, you get a prize. Because more Creative Wrestler, I'm guessing it's Creative Wrestler stuff. Like more stuff you can put on your Creative Wrestlers that the wrestlers are making. Then the third one is Toni Storm will be coming to AEW Fight Forever. Right now, that's the only thing in her package that comes with. But I feel like they got to add something more than just her. Which we did talk about it on. What did we talk about it on? Is there Full Gear? Yeah, it's Full Gear predictions. That they did make a lot of new arenas now. They got a trademark for not really a trademark, but in their Steam database. That's where people can hack into that so they can find it. But the person found it, and a Holiday Bash arena, a Beach Break arena, Winter's Coming arena, and those are all coming up. So. And it seems that AEW likes to drop stuff when they're happening. Like when Stadium Stampede came out, like the game mode of Stadium Stampede, it came out around All In, and All In had the match. So that they like to drop stuff when they're actually doing it. So like the Acclaim, they're the Trios champions, so it's fitting to put them in the game now. Like the game is ready for them. So that's what I like to do. So maybe we'll get more things like that. So yeah, this is what fans do not like about it. It is not as expensive as the first season pass. The Elite Edition was just season 1. Season 2, you do have to. I don't know if I would say rebuy it, but you have to pay for season 2. Because a lot of people were saying that season 2 came with the season pass, but season pass, like if you go look, the season pass only came with season 1. For PlayStation, on some consoles you can get a discounted price right now. I don't know which ones. I got PS5 and I paid like $26. But I got the thing that combines it all. You can buy it individually. Like you can buy the Acclaimed and the Arena separately. Like you don't have to buy the entire season pass. And it was like $11.99, $7.99, something like that. And you can buy them like when they drop. Like when each thing drops, you can buy it. Or you can do what like I did and buy a season pass and just combine it all, and you have it already, so you don't have to rebuy anything else. But I think there should have been a little bit more in season 1 of the season 1 pass. It should have been a little bit more. I really think they should have put season 2, at least season 2 with that season pass. But if they're wanting to make money to be able to make more stuff, I guess that makes sense. Because the more money they make, the more demand they're going to see. If they have more demand, then they're going to put out more stuff based on the demand. So if they have a lot of people buying this DLC, then they're going to put more stuff out. Which there's a patch coming up, and sometimes in patches they put some new stuff in. One patch, they put a lot of new tires. There's the Jericho, Moxley, Jay, Luchasaurus, Wardlow, all new attires to put on your wrestlers. So maybe they're going to do something like that with these arenas. Maybe they just randomly drop some arenas in there. No extra price, just a patch. Yeah. You claim they're really fun to use, actually. They're like one of the best teams I use now. They've probably been out of date, but I'm using them a lot now. They got a really good moveset. They're really fun to use, and the taunts from Max Caster. I've never seen anything like that in a wrestling game. Besides the Stone Cold stuff with like flipping the middle finger, I've never seen some of the things that Max Caster is doing in Fight Forever. I haven't seen that. And you get the new Dynamite arena, and there is some hidden stuff in there that is not advertised in the patch, but there's some new Creator Wrestler tights and stuff, which is kind of hidden. Like when you go to Modified Wrestler, Creator Wrestling, you'll see like there are probably a bunch of new tires and stuff, tights and stuff that you can put on Creator Wrestling. Some new music as well. Under the Qbox, under music. They do take music off and put new music, but for like the main theme songs like Moxley, Jericho, Darby, like the main ones they'll keep, like CM Punk, like they keep all the main ones. Like a lot of the like original stuff, or like I think a lot of former AEW stars theme songs on there as well. They got Pete Priestley on there, they got Shanna, they got Marco Scott. But they got a lot of people who are not even in AEW anymore. They got Red Dragon's theme song. This game was supposed to release a long time ago, so it is a little outdated. That's probably why that was in there. Full Gear was great. I was just hoping the devil was revealed. A little down by that, but
Back on the attack.
the longer they wait, the longer it's going to get people wondering. Get more people watching, get more people interested in it. The longer they wait, the more you keep people interested in it. So maybe they got a plan. Not giving it all away at once. Like keep you invested in it, like week after week after week.
Gold League match right now. It's awesome. This tournament is already started. It's just kicking off today, and it's a lot of fun already. Jay White with the imaginary Matadors came. Now stomping and chopping Roosh in the corner. Roosh can't even damn near defend himself here. I mean, remember Roosh.
Let's go back to the match. Maybe we can talk about the show tonight. A lot of shenanigans around here. We got a lot of chops from Roosh. Or from both of them, actually.
It is not easy on the body, not easy to come back just days later. Be in a tournament setting. It's not weapons like that, ladders and stuff like that. It's tough. It's turned into a slugfest, guys. It is. Roosh battering Jay White down to a knee, but Jay
it's in the eyes.
Up to the eye, Taz. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. Up to the eye, that'll always stop us, buddy. Roosh rising.
That was good.
See how Jay White's head got rocked back. But deep cover by Jay White.
I'm curious who's going to win this because both guys need a win. Roosh really needs a singles win, and Jay White really needs a singles win. So this is really unpredictable. I can't tell you who's going to win this. Come for a switchblade. Blade Runner. That was called the switchblade. Which that would be a cool finishing move. Just the switchblade. That's a cool finishing move. But since he's already called the switchblade Jay White, it kind of makes sense to come up with something different like a finishing move. All right, chopped by Roosh.
Jay White changing strategy. He's like hitting those legs, hitting the knee. Roosh a step behind.
Glenn. Yeah, I do want to apologize again. For what happened earlier in the show with one of our cast members kind of went off a little bit. It was none of your guys' fault in watching. Please don't unsubscribe. We really want to keep you guys all here with us. And everyone is free for their own opinions. But some people just, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it much. But hopefully Land's okay. He'll probably be okay. Just don't unsubscribe. We all appreciate you all here. Don't subscribe. Everyone's free to their own opinions. Everyone is free to like who they want to like, and they're free to hate whoever they want to hate. And that's just life. Even without social media, take social media away, and people are still going to hate who they want to hate, and they're going to love who they're going to love who they want to love and hate who they're going to hate. You can't change that. You can't change someone else's opinion. But yeah, everyone's welcome to share their own opinion out here, whether we agree with it or not. It's still your opinion. Oh man, you cheated. Yeah. So Jay White picks up the win. He defeats Roosh, but he kind of cheated right there. He had the referee turn and he's low bloating with his leg or knee, whatever I was going to say. That was a really good match. That was really good. I want to know that belt in the middle. They got it wrapped up in the belt, the case belt, but to keep the belts in, you can't see what it is. To undo it. You guys think it should pay-per-view or when coming pay-per-view or both? What do you think on it? Since they've already got World's End, since they already have World's End, they really can't make winners comments on pay-per-view because during the same month. Blood and Guts, it's in like June or July. They could easily get it on pay-per-view. Indoors in June, so what I could do. Blood and Guts and make it its own pay-per-view. And it would do really good pay-per-view buys. That would do really good. Just the Blood and Guts match. That gets a lot of people interested. Blood and Guts War Games, that's always been a special match. That WCW started. And it's lived on through WWE and now living on through AEW. That match will never die. The Blood and Guts. Like, that concept will never end. It's a fun match. I mean, a lot of wrestling fans who watch WWE a lot for the past, and they don't really see that. But AEW really brought that back. Was it? I know they had War Games. I don't know what year they did that in. I believe NXT brought it back. It was in NXT. It was the Undisputed Era and some other people. They brought it back NXT, but really the main big, like, NXT is big, but like Raw, SmackDown is bigger than that. But like, besides WWE, AEW was the one who brought that back. He brought that big historic match back. So if it wasn't for AEW, we may not have had it back in WWE on the main roster. But yeah, we'll see. Which they've added a lot of pay-per-views, so I would not be surprised if they made its own pay-per-view. It's really easy to make its own pay-per-view with how much prestige it has and stuff like that. So yeah, Tony Storm, Jay White won that match. Yeah, it looks like he's got some big plans for him. A lot of people on Twitter, social media and stuff were basically saying that they dropped the ball with Jay White. He's lost all the momentum, but Jay White's only lost 4 matches in AEW. He's been with them for a few months now. He's been with AEW, officially signed for a few months. He's only lost 4 matches. That's pretty good. He lost in singles matches. He lost against Punk, those 6-mans and 8-mans, but he won some of them. The only one Punk one was the first one he was back. But Jay White's won a lot of matches this year. He hasn't lost hardly any. Singles matches, definitely. He hasn't lost hardly any. There is definitely big plans for the Switchblade Jay White. I think he will be AEW World Champion. Just not right now. I think Adam Cole will be your next champion. But he will be he is a future AEW World Champion, that's for sure.
The TBS original Wipeout, all new Tuesdays at 9 on TBS and anytime on the app. It's great to be with you this Thanksgiving Eve live in Chicago for AEW Dynamite Excalibur.
They're in Chicago tonight.
And let's take you back to this past Saturday. Action in the tag team division here in All Elite Wrestling. Absolute.
Yeah, that was we haven't talked about that yet. This is our first live since Full Gear. The live match is really good. Hopefully no one got injured out of that. I really hope no one got injured because it's hard to tell. Because a lot of matches, it's easy for someone to get injured. So hopefully no one got injured. But Ricky Starks and Big Bill did retain their tag championships. And the Young Bucks and Golden Jets was a really good match. Both teams were really good in the match. But the Golden Jets pulled off the win. They sold it. And if you remember, the stipulation was that the Young Bucks were putting up their tag team title shot that they earned that. They earned that tag title shot at WrestleMania when they won that full tag match. And they put it up in this match, and Golden Jets now get their tag team title shot. So Young Bucks no longer have a tag team title shot because they put it up. Golden Jets won. So we didn't see this after the media scrum. Yeah, I watched the media scrum, but this is what they filmed afterwards. I think that the Golden Jets will be the next AEW Tag Team Champions. Let's see, they're the Golden Jets. They're from Winnipeg, like the Winnipeg Jets, the hockey team. And they're going to be in AEW will be in Canada in December. They'll be in Montreal. That's a big historic city of wrestling. Montreal. So what better way to have Ricky Starks and Big Bill versus Golden Jets in Canada at Montreal and have them win them there? That'd be a big historic moment for AEW. Like I'd like to see that, like them win the titles in. I wish it could have been Winnipeg, but Montreal is still Canada, their home country. That'd have been cool. Hopefully it happens. Looks like that's what they're gonna do. I'm glad that they had Ricky Starks and Big Bill retain, because if they would have had FTR or anyone else win, just for them to win and lose them December live and put them on them. So, Timeless Tony Storm next. But Davis, thanks for watching. Doing pretty good. My top favorite in AEW: John Moxley, Penta, Swerve, Eddie Kingston, Will Ospreay. That's a really good list. Swerve is really hot right now. He's one of the hottest wrestlers in AEW. We got the new AEW Women's Champion, Toni Storm, the rightfully deserved champion. She deserves the championship that she holds. Like she really worked for it. Like the new character, there's Mariah May. So she's with her now. Like she's her manager. It looks like a great pairing too. But yeah, Will Ospreay, he's one of my favorites. Like since day one of AEW, even before the actually started, and they announced it in January 2019, he was someone that I pictured in AEW. He was in New Japan a lot, so it's hard for him to get him. But yeah, based on going back to the show, Toni Storm definitely deserves the Women's Championship. Hopefully, she gets a really great run this time, because the first run was unofficial till she lost it. And the second run wasn't very that long, not many stories. But this time, she's created a whole new wrestler. She has an actual character that people are invested in. She's got a manager with her. She's got a butler with her. Every week it's something new with her. She's put in a lot of effort into this character. She's really good in the ring, but she's proven that. A lot of her matches with Jamie Hayter, with other people too. Toni Storm deserves this. She deserves everything that she's getting. She's worked hard for it. That was kind of cool. On the sides, they got like a movie theater. Like had their preview of the movies that they're showing, they got kind of like 20 Storm. And I wonder who her first title shot's going to be against. And looks like now we're going to the three-way women's match with Sky Blue, Anna Jay, and Ruby Soho. Maybe one of these three women challenge Toni Storm. I wouldn't mind seeing Sky Blue. Toni gets one of these three. Ruby Soho will be the best one because they have history. Because they were an outcast too, so it makes sense for them to go against each other. But Anna Jay would be. Honestly, it would be interesting having to go into this as tag team champions. I'd love to see where they go with that. It would kind of be like Kenny Omega and Hangman, when they won the tag championship. So they weren't really a tag team, but they were one of the best tag team champions AEW's ever had. This time they actually have a name, the Golden Jets. Hangman and Kenny didn't have a tag team name, except Hangman and Kenny. Or Omega and Hangman. I'm really invested in them doing that. The Golden Jets as tag team champions just sound perfect. Them winning them. I think the Young Bucks will probably win them from them, probably. But the Golden Jets, they got to become tag champions. That's really something that they should capitalize on. Chris Jericho has only won the World Championship in AEW. I know a lot of people are iffy about Jericho in AEW, but he's still a legend. He's still a big asset to AEW. Him winning a different title besides the World Championship is perfect. Jericho, he's went for the World the tag championships quite a few times. He went for them with Sammy. He lost. He went with them with MJF. He lost. And who else? One other person wasn't there. MJF, Sammy, and Hager all went through tag championship 3 times and never won. So maybe this time he actually wins it. I love telling her, yeah, she definitely. A lot of people have them around Miss Jacobs. There's a lot of cake in AEW. Just to say the least. Yeah, that's nothing new in AEW. There's a lot of people, especially in this match coming up. I don't know what Ruby Soho, but Sky Blue and Anna Jay definitely.
Well, my teeth are sensitive to cold.
If you know, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm just paying for my own salad.
What is that smell? That's everything. Cooking all of this.
I only smell scotch.
I plan today as my cheat day.
Shall I carve?
Is that butter?
I'm done.
Stuff yourself with your favorite shows during the Friendsgiving month.
Yep.
Thursday at 10. It's a break on CBS.
We will be back tomorrow for Talking Elite. It is pre-recorded. It's a Thanksgiving edition of Talking Elite. I was not on there for that, but Lane, Adam, and Mark was. Definitely stay tuned for that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time and 8 p.m. Eastern. Should be a really good episode of Talking Elite. Episode 45. So that should be really good. Then Friday, ramp on Friday, so nothing will be going on Friday because Rampage's on Saturday again for whatever reason. I think because there's an NBA game, but there won't be anything on Friday. Saturday, AEZ Canada episode 17 should be. It's really, really good. I was not on there, but making their AEZ Canada debut, Mr. Jacobs in the comments will be on AEZ Canada on Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. He'll be on there with we got some new members of AEZ Canada. If you've guys seen Cody, he's kind of new. Of course, Matt, Mr. Jacobs for me as being the host. Yeah, definitely stay tuned for AEZ Canada, and then we possibly might be doing Rampage and Collision. It's a joint show again, but Rampage and Collision's on the same night, so we may or may not do it. If we don't, it's because it's the holiday weekend. Everyone should be with their families. And happy Thanksgiving from the Ollie Zone to you guys. I know tonight's been a wild ride tonight for many reasons. But yeah, hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. I know we're traveling and stuff. But yeah, if we do one, it will be posted on our socials, Twitter and Facebook. If we don't, then we just don't do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be like last Saturday. Collision first and then Rampage at the end. There we go. The women's match. Oh, that was almost super good. That's a road break. Yeah, I know weight. Wow. A lot of roll up already. Everyone's trying to steal a win. Oh, double super kick for Ruby. And Jay and Blue. Another roll up. It's probably the first women's match of all time, the way this is going. Trying to score a win already. Not Scott Blue is mocking NJ. NJ is very underrated. When she first came to AEW, independent wrestler, like in the pandemic, a lot of women's wrestlers wasn't able to travel. The only two that they had 3. The only 3 that was available was Britt Baker, Shida, and Penelope. Those were the only ones that were available to use because everyone else they couldn't travel. They couldn't, like, even if they were in the country, they couldn't travel. They couldn't do anything. Brandy Rhodes, I think, was an exception. She could do some stuff, but she wasn't really wrestling. So they had to get a lot of women from the indies to fill in those spots because you can't just have stories around just those 3 women. You can't. do that. Like Nyla Rose was the women's champion. They couldn't have her there. They had Cheetah win at Double or Nothing 2020, so because they didn't let a story behind that. But they had a lot of other women like Anna Jay that came in and became full-time AEW wrestlers. That really helped them through those days. And she was good back then, and she's still good today. Very underrated, I think. Anna Jay is. You know, speaking of AEW Fight Forever, that when they were like the pandemic just started, things were bad. Like AEW was in Georgia, that little bitty studio type thing. Well, there was actually at Cody Rhodes' wrestling school. And they filmed it there, in that time and space, because they couldn't do it in Jacksonville. And they were going to shut them down. Georgia, the government, or something came to them. They were going to shut it down, but they were able to film like 5 or 6 weeks of AEW in like 2 or 3 days. So they had to film like 30 matches in 2 or 3 days to make up 6 to 7 weeks worth of TV. So some people had to wrestle more than once a day. There were some pretty grueling matches and a lot of that. So speaking of Fight Forever, I'd like to see that arena when they were in Georgia in front of like literally nobody. Like there was like wrestlers around the arena, like around the like how would I say it, the guardrail, but it wasn't really like a crowd. They should do that in Fight Forever. Some of Daly's place, like make Daly's place an actual arena you can use, you can wrestle in. That would be kind of interesting, and have that arena in the game.
Only pay for what you need.
Who do you think will win the winning tonight? I'm on NJ, but realistically, it's probably going to be Sky Blue or Ruby Soho win. But I'm rooting for NJ to win this.
Good afternoon. Lowe's knows when you open up your home this holiday, you open up your kitchen. So we've got Black Friday Golden Gable deals on Samsung appliances fit for any kitchen and any budget. So you can open up the possibilities. Discover our Black Friday Golden Gable deals while they last. Grab your frames.
So I guess Moxley and Mark Briscoe's main event tonight. I can't think of any other matches. We had the Swerve and Jay Lethal. We had trios. We just had Jay White, Rouge. Had a Christian Cage segment. We had Tony Storm segment. We're having the women's match now. So the last remaining match would be Moxley's match. What time is it? It's 8:45. How's the main event going to have any time? A match or two ran a little bit longer than it's supposed to, didn't it? It's 8:45. Dynamite ends at 9. So the main event's not going to be as long. A match or a segment went way too long. Now it cut from someone's. This match is going to get cut short, or that main event's not going to be long at all. But sometimes TNT or WWE Star will let them go over their time, 9 o'clock. Sometimes they'll let them go over, like 9:10 or 9:05, 9 like that. Not all the time. Sometimes they let them go over because a lot of times they just show like old movies and stuff like that. So and it's not like you're missing out the broadcast because it's just a movie. I mean, people's already seen it millions of times, so they can kind of get away with stuff like that. But yeah, now this was intentional that they had them. They were going overtime. Right? Oh, Tony Schiavone just wants to talk about that. Tony Schiavone stated the main event will go its 20 minutes. So we're going to be here longer than that till 9. This match is going to last. The show's not going to end at 9 o'clock. That's for sure. This match is not ending at 9 o'clock. Or the main event's not ending at 9. So we'll see that main event for its entirety. Sky Blue Suicida, baseball. Just Thomas. I'm going for Ruby. Ruby wouldn't be too bad winning. I wouldn't be mad if like, out of previous women, I wouldn't be mad if whoever won, because all three women need a win badly. So yeah, this has been ongoing. Ruby Soho and Angela Parker, them kind of dating or whatever. Someone said that they were an actual couple in real life. Under an actual couple, which I could see that a little bit. I mean, out of the ordinary. I think Sky Blue's gonna win. Which it is her hometown tonight, so it makes sense for her to win. She's the only Chicago talent there tonight. Oh, damn. That dropped me hard. Oh, man. Anna Jay almost had it. I really want Anna Jay to win. I like Anna Jay. But I think she's pulling her knee. But that's kind of obvious for referee to see. Sky Blue's pulling this out. I don't know, maybe. I don't know who's pulling this out. This is anyone's match. Wow. Well, what a coincidence that happens. Oh, Anna Jay. Don't just, come on, turn around. Sky Blue's got this. Yeah, Sky Blue's winning. Anna Jay had a shot. Shouldn't have turned around and seen what they were doing. She should have just focused on the match and she would have won. Now Saray and Ruby's going at it. So she's not breaking off the pin when she could right now. Yep. That was Sky Blue wins. That was an interesting match for sure. I don't know what I think about that women's match. It was pretty decent. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. But yeah, this is Sky Blue's the hometown girl, so it makes sense for winning. What's next for Moxley? Well, next for Moxley is he's going to the main event. Moxley and Mark Briscoe will be main tonight. Which they are. Moxley is a part of the Continental Classic tournament. So he's in that. So he'll be going against Mark Briscoe tonight. Well, up next in the main event. So I think Moxley's going to go pretty far in that tournament. But he's not going for the international title. I wouldn't think he would because got Wardlow now.
Listen, you've been back in AEW for several weeks now, and you've made it abundantly clear that your sights are set on MJF. But with all due respect, what is it that you're waiting for?
Well, the world doesn't revolve around him. The downfall of the devil is going to happen on my time. And that time. Hey, man. Hey, I see what you're doing here. Putting the blame on everybody else.
Air Fox just made a big mistake.
I get it. I was just doing the same to Darby. Listen,
I wouldn't confront Wardlow right now. He's unstoppable. Like, he can end the match in 2 seconds. Damn. Like, he just ended AR Fox less than 2 seconds right there. I wouldn't want him Wardlow's way. Here we go, main event. Mark Briscoe and John Moxley. I don't know if this has ever happened, John Moxley and Mark Briscoe. Moxley and Wardlow would be pretty good. That's never happened in AEW. That'd be interesting to see them two go one-on-one. Yeah, but Wardlow's definitely eyeing on going for MJF. Don't know when that would be, but he just said it's going to go on his time. So whenever that is, we don't know. But I like the sound of that. Wardlow and Moxley. That seems like a pretty good feud. Wardlow and Hangman would be good. I don't know where Hangman lies right now. Since he just lost at Full Gear, where does he go now? Like Mr. Jacobs said, wasn't it Moxley Could be said, the same thing could be said for Hangman. Like, what's next for Hangman after losing the Swerve twice, back to back? What is next? But what is Hangman going to do? Yeah, that should be interesting. So, see where all these guys go. But their future is kind of not really predicted. Like, we don't know where it's going to go on with that. But Moxley's, they for sure got a long-term plan for him. He's signed till 2027 or 2028, so he's going to be there for a while. Yeah, different. It's really interesting match. Mark Briscoe and John Moxley. Who's everyone going for in this match? Leave in the comments who's all watching. Who are you going for? Are you going for John Moxley or are you going for Mark Briscoe? Wardlow's time will come. Yeah, I think he's bound to be AEW World Champion. It's just a matter of when. It really depends on the match. I feel like it's Adam Cole, but Wardlow is definitely a future AEW World Champion. With the amount of victories he's had in AEW and the storylines he's been in, it'd be tough for him not to be World Champion because he almost beat CM Punk that one night. Like he had CM Punk beat if it wasn't for MJF. The storyline with MJF put him over big. He beat MJF. He's a three-time TNT champion now. He was in the first ever steel cage match in AEW. He was in the first ever blood and guts match in AEW. He's the first ever three-time AEW TNT champion. He's done a lot in AEW, so it's hard not to see someone like Wardlow having the world championship or getting in that title picture. So yeah, Wardlow's time is definitely very, very soon. Yeah, so this tournament will continue on Collision. I believe Eddie Kingston is going against Brody King, and Claudio is going against Daniel Garcia. Yeah, Daniel Garcia and Claudio Castagnoli, and Brody King and Eddie Kingston. So that should be interesting. I think both Claudio and Eddie Kingston win those matches. I think Claudio will win his, and Kingston will win his.
I mentioned that I picked Claudio Castagnoli as my Continental Classic winner. I think he's going to be extra motivated because he's in
Excalibur's favorite is Claudio Castagnoli to win it all. Which I could see Claudio winning the tournament. That's not who I would want to win, but I could see him winning it. Ooh, that was good. That was spot on. Like he hit that clean. It was the I don't know what you would call it. But the move he just did was like a, what would you call that? It's the move where like Seth Rollins does that. He's on the top rope and he basically does like a backflip and then if you've seen the movie he just did, you know what I'm talking about. But he hit that spot on, like it was smooth. There's a lot of smooth finishes we've seen on here, like Ricky Starks and Jay Lethal. I'll always reference that. That was the smoothest finishing I've ever seen. That Jay Lethal was going for his lethal injection. If Ricky Starks he was going to do lethal injection. He picked him up smoothly. Did his finish. That was so smooth. We've seen a lot of that like that on this podcast. When we're watching this stuff. It's hard to repeat as women's champion. So who do you think will be the new AEW women's champion? Well, we've already got a new AEW women's champion, Toni Storm. I don't think Toni Storm's going to lose anytime soon. There's no reason for Toni to lose. She just won it. I'll let her hold it till next year's Revolution. Then have Jamie Hayter and Toni again. Because that's who Jamie Hayter lost it to was Toni Storm. She'll either come back and reclaim the title. That'd be a good match to have.
wins together with the Little People Light Up Learning Garage by Fisher Price.
Davis. I'd love to see. I love Tony. Yeah, they did their third match against each other. The first one was at Full Gear. Second, Double or Nothing. It wasn't as good as their first match because of the obvious reasons. Now we had a third match. Yeah, I'd love to see that too. I was at Full Gear last year, 2022, and Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter was probably the best women's match I've ever seen in person. Like, I've been to a lot of shows, and that's the best women's match I've ever seen live in attendance for. Just the crowd reaction, the match was just amazing. It was very, very, very good.
Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during doctor treatment. NWO may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, the risk of PML, a rare, serious, potentially fatal
Is Mark Briscoe bleeding?
Tell your doctor if
In a Moxley match, it's not. In a Moxley match, someone is obviously going to bleed. This time it's not Moxley, it's Mark Briscoe. I believe Moxley was bleeding at Full Gear. Kind of makes it not special anymore, I hate to say. I don't mean to get negative and think because we've had a lot of tonight already, but I feel like Moxley, he does it so much that when someone else does it, it's not as special. Because if one person does it all the time, it's not really special for anyone else trying to use it. Like do blood and wrestling. Like, I went to Jim Ross's. I went to AEW Dynamite Nashville, and after the show, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross did this talk show thing, and Jim Ross said it perfectly. It was around the time that it was it was Moxley and Omega at Full Gear, the Lights Out match. I don't know if anyone bled in that match or not, but he said that he didn't want to see anything like that for like 2 or 3 months. So you keep it special. Like when you see stuff like that, like when you do it, everyone's gonna watch it because they're dying to see something like that. But when you do it all the time, it's there, but people's already seen it so much, so that it's not really that special anymore. But you don't want to be too soft in the ring. You want your show to be edgier, which AEW is a lot edgier than WWE. You want your show to be a little bit edgy. So it's fine to do a lot of stuff like that, but this was a lot of recklessness, blood and stuff. You just want to keep it special when you do it. Except my computer froze up. Everyone leave in the comments if you can still. All right, sorry about that. For some reason, my computer's been doing this recently, so it just freezes up and just does that. I don't know why it does that. My computer's been doing that a lot recently. Maybe I need to update it or something, but it would just freeze on me, and then I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. But sorry about that. Just something I need to get fixed on my computer. Chris Leclerc, Sky Blue is 8-0 in Chicago, Illinois, including AEW and ROH. I did not know that. That's an interesting fact. Thanks for telling us that, Chris Leclerc. That's definitely something I didn't know. A very interesting fact that she's never lost in Chicago. She's 8-0, including AEW and ROH. That's interesting. Definitely appreciate that insight. So good night and great podcast. Thank you. Definitely try to do our best on these shows. Everyone a part of the podcast has had their fair share of technical difficulties, so it's no big deal really because we've all experienced it. It happens whether it's internet issues or storms or some stuff happens. Yes, it's no big deal, because it happens to all of us. So, yeah, we wish it would never happen, but things happen. Oh, it'd be set up if Briscoe beats Moxley. But Moxley can take the loss since he just lost against Orange Cassidy. I mean, if he can, Orange Cassidy can beat John Moxley, Mark Briscoe surely can. So I wouldn't mind Mark Briscoe winning this. It's something very different. Yeah, I didn't say about that either. Jacobs, I never thought about, she's never lost a match in her hometown. That's kind of interesting, but she's won every time she's in her hometown. Definitely, that's probably it now. 2 Death Riders. Oh damn! He kicked out. That was 2 Death Riders, right? 2. How did he kick out? Now he's got like a. I think Mark Briscoe has a shot of winning this tonight. I'm going Mark Briscoe. I like Moxley. A roll up, 1, 2, no. Come on, Briscoe. He does it again, that's probably it. He gets no Death Rider, that's probably it. Come on, Briscoe. Oh, slapping. If this is a match that gets you on your feet, I like these kind of matches. Constant kick outs, and you don't know what's going to happen. Oh, kicked him. Oh, a lot of good forearms and chops right now. Curb stomp. Moxley never does a curb stomp. That's probably it. No, definitely, that's probably it. Yeah, that was a good match. That was really, really good. It's one of the best Moxley matches I've seen in a while. Yep, that's Tess. That was very impressive. Great show. Great effort from Mark Briscoe. Very good match. So John Moxley wins his first match in this tournament. So he's got 3 points. Yes, so Swerve has 3 points. Moxley has 3 points, and Jay White has 3 points. And tonight was the Gold League, so on Collision will be the Blue League, which has Danielson, and he's in the Blue League, but I don't know if he's going to be on Collision, though. This is a round robin tournament, so we'll see the guys who lost tonight, we'll see wrestle again at some point. And I guess whoever has the most points at the end of it, the last 2 will go against each other towards the end. That is how it works. Handshake from Moxley. That was a really good match. Good sportsmanship, that match. Very good match between them two. And there's a lot of good possibilities we could have in this tournament, but matches we've never seen. We could get Roosh and Bryan Danielson. Yeah, here's the Blue League, which has Bryan Danielson, Brody King, Andrade, Claudio, Danny Garcia, and Eddie Kingston. Which the only ones on Collision we got right now is Brody King and Eddie Kingston and Danny Garcia and Claudio. If this will be continuing for weeks to come, we'll have a lot of matches in this tournament. I wish I would make a game mode out of this and fight forever. This would be a pretty good match type, I'd say. So fans will be interested in. But yeah, looks like Collision this Saturday is really stacked up this tournament. I really enjoyed the tournament tonight. All 3 matches a part of the tournament tonight was very, very good. Each match had something different to bring to it. And you're in Pittsburgh this weekend, so maybe Britt Baker returns. We haven't seen Britt Baker in a while, so maybe she's fixing to return. A great start to the tournament tonight, Continental Classic. Hopefully this is a yearly thing that they have, like the Continental Classic is a yearly thing. Yeah, that was pretty much it for Dynamite. That was a good show tonight. Very good show. I like the Continental Classic start off to a great start tonight for all three matches tonight, and we'll continue on Collision this Saturday with, which I just said, the blue, and it was the Gold League and the Blue League. Tonight was all the Gold League matches, and Saturday will be all the, not all of them, but some of the Gold League matches. Yeah, the tournament started off great tonight. My favorite match out of all three of them was probably this main event. Moxley and Mark Briscoe had an amazing match. That was definitely probably the best match for me tonight. Which there was a lot of good moments tonight. There was a women's match was pretty decent. The six-man was pretty decent. Christian Cage's segment was pretty interesting. We saw Edge tonight. Him make the save for Nick Wayne's mother. Tony Storm stuff was pretty interesting. And MJF stuff. I'm not to rewatch that, but that was probably really good. Anything MJF does in the mic is always really good. Or maybe not always really, really good or really good, but they're always enjoyable. Yeah, that was pretty much it for tonight. I do want to apologize earlier in our show. We don't condone that. We want to make everyone feel comfortable being on here and voicing who they want to like. They want to like. It doesn't matter who they want to like. You're free to your own opinion, and we shouldn't try to say otherwise. If someone likes, it's basically life. Like in basketball, if someone likes LeBron James, and I think that Kobe is the best player of all time, then there is tell someone they're left in or stuff like that. But I'm very sorry about that. That's not how we operate. This is not a toxic environment. We always welcome all of you watching tonight. We don't want to lose any of you. We appreciate all of you watching tonight. Everyone who commented live, Chris, Mr. Jacobs, Michael, Gordon, Jess. Yeah, we appreciate you all watching. Devin, beginning episode, we appreciate you all watching, and we hope to see you tomorrow night for Talking Elite. We will be doing a special Thanksgiving edition. It is pre-taped, as I said, but it is a really good episode. It is about personal ties to wrestling and how we all got into wrestling and how much we know about each other. It's a Thanksgiving edition, so it kind of ties into what we're thankful for, I guess. Like your personal connections tied into wrestling and stuff like that. Like what got you into wrestling and stuff like that. Yeah, Talk Elite tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Should be a very good episode. Saturday, we have AZ Canada. Set 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. As I said, I was not on there. Normally, I've been on there recently trying to get things going. But Mr. Jacobs made his AZ Canada debut. He's never been on AZ Canada, but Saturday, Tuesday we recorded it, but Saturday he will be making his AZ Canada debut. We do have a few new faces with the Canada brand. Matt's still there. Cody, he's been on Talking Elite. He's been on AZ Canada. AZ Canada is where he's going to be on because he's in Manitoba, or he lives in Manitoba. He said, so he's on the Canada brand. But of course, the Canada brand can cross over with us. But the Canada brand is more exclusive just to Canada. But we need someone help host event and stuff like that. So that's why me or Mr. Jacobs or Adam or someone will go over there just to help things out. Definitely stay tuned for AZ Canada episode 17. I watched a little bit of it. And it was a really good episode with Mr. Jacobs and them. And they're gonna review all Full Gear and talk about AEW and what's gonna happen on the event and what we hope is gonna happen following Full Gear. So definitely check that out on Saturday. AZ Canada is always a fun show to watch and very I wouldn't say a different vibe. Yeah. I would say a different vibe from the U.S. in its own unique way. AZ Canada is a fun environment to watch. Definitely watch AZ Canada Saturday. As I said, Rampage and Collision will be both together on Saturday. I don't know if we're going to be I don't know if we're going to do a live reaction, but if we do, it will be in our socials. So stay tuned to our Twitter and Facebook pages. If we do one, we'll see a promotional graphic for it, and then we'll be doing one. If not, then we won't post anything. And we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. The LA Zone to you guys, we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Because the next two streams are pre-taped, so we won't be able to come with you like on air, but I'll try to be in the comments and communicate with you guys and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's it. I don't think of anything else. What we got next Wednesday for Dynamite? Well, we do have a lot of stuff coming. AEW Forever content is coming soon. We've been saying it didn't appear tonight, but forgot to play it because of stuff we had going on. But we do have AEW Fight Forever content coming soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. We have a lot of new content coming. New interviews coming, so definitely stay tuned for our Facebook and Twitter pages for all of our upcoming guest announcements and people that we're going to have on. I have a lot of lists of people that we could have on because the people that we've had on has gave me contacts to contact more wrestlers. So the possibilities are endless for interviews and special guests. Definitely go check our Brandon Cutler interview if you haven't already. It was a very great interview we had with Brandon Cutler. We talked about games, Fight Forever, and more than just Fight Forever games. We talked about games outside of wrestling. We talked about him getting in the AEW, his dragon character, his behind the scenes stuff in AEW. So if you're interested in watching that, it is uploaded on the channel. Check that out. It's on there. And we have a lot of interviews. We've had interviews with Buddy Matthews, Alex Shelley, Sabu. He was one of my favorites. Eric Rowan. We've had Matt Taven, O'Shea Edwards. We've had Ahmed Johnson. We've had a lot of people on here that's been on here. And all of them have been really great interviews. The Pope, Johnny Swing, we've had all really good interviews. So definitely go check out our past interviews. All of them are really fun to watch. Davis, good show tonight. Thank you, Davis. I really appreciate it. Yes, definitely check out all our social media. Subscribe if you haven't. We're at 446. I'm taking us back to 300. We're at 446 subscribers. Our goal is 500 before the year's over with. So if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. If you haven't already. The more subscribers we get, the bigger names we can get on here. Because a lot of guests look at the subscriber count and view count. And the more subscribers we get, the better chance we can get someone bigger on here. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Goal is 500. We're very close. We're halfway there. 446. We're halfway there to it. I think we'll do it. Definitely subscribe and check out all our social media links in the description below. Our Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. Facebook and Twitter, as I've mentioned already. Guest announcements, show updates, stuff like that. And Spotify is for our audio. We have Talking Elites on there. We have interviews. Soon, AZ Canada will be on there pretty soon. So definitely check out our Spotify. More stuff has been uploaded every day. Twitch, basically our alternative to YouTube. We had a few comments from tonight, so we appreciate that person commenting on Twitch. Yeah, a lot of talking. Yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow for our Talking Elite episode 35. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Talking Elite.